Today I'll be showing you a motherboard replacement for a Lenovo 100e Gen 4. The tools required for this repair are the screwdriver from the AGP Toolkit using the PZ0 Phillips head, as well as metal pliers, also found in the toolkit, and a flat-headed metal spudger. I also have a grounding bracelet to prevent static electricity. To begin with, we're going to remove the bottom cover. We'll then take our metal spudger, insert it at the corner between the palm rest and the bottom cover. And then as we twist it open, it'll pop and then pop right off. Once we have opened the unit, we will immediately disconnect the battery by pulling straight back as to not damage the battery cable or battery port itself. Now we will disconnect the touchpad here by flipping open the connector and just pulling it straight out. Same with the daughter board, up and out. With the LCD, as so. And here's the speaker cable. We'll just pull that out straight. And now we'll start unscrewing the motherboard. This screw here is underneath a Lenovo sticker hiding it. And it comes out as so. We'll then remove the screw from the Wi-Fi card. And keep this screw separate, as this screw is the only one that goes with the Wi-Fi card. We'll then pull the Wi-Fi card out. Once the Wi-Fi card is out, we'll then disconnect it from the cables and set it aside, and then take the antenna cables and remove it from the motherboard. We'll then pull the motherboard up and out, revealing the keyboard ZIF. And then take the metal spudger, insert it from behind, flip it up, and the cable will pop right out. We'll then take our new motherboard. We'll then open the keyboard ZIF, take the cable itself, and then try to get it in place as so. We'll then slide the motherboard into the ports, lining it up as so. I'll then take the Wi-Fi cables, run it underneath the motherboard to keep it in place. Then take the Wi-Fi card and attach the cable to these ports here. You can just line up the cable with the port. And then insert the Wi-Fi card into the port and sliding it into place. We'll then take the Wi-Fi screw and tighten it to keep the Wi-Fi card in place. We'll then reattach the rest of the components, such as the speaker, the touchpad, the daughter board, the LCD, and we'll take our bracket, get it in place, and then we'll tighten the screws down. We'll now reattach the battery, sliding it straight into the port, like so. And then we will take the bottom cover and press it into place. Now to verify our repairs, we're going to take a 65-watt charger with the USB-C and insert it into the USB-C port on the motherboard itself. Then open the unit. With the unit coming on, that verifies that the motherboard has attached to the LCD, with it detecting Wi-Fi networks. That shows us that the motherboard is detecting Wi-Fi. With the cursor moving from the touchpad, this shows us that the motherboard is detecting the touchpad. By holding Control, Search, Escape, that'll open the diagnostic menu, which has its own built-in keyboard test. This shows us that the keyboard is fully functional. In the bottom right here, click and open. It'll show us the battery percent and the time in minutes until it is full. This verifies that the motherboard is detecting the battery. By holding Control-Alt-Z, this will enable Chromevox, a built-in program to help blind and vision-impaired individuals to use the device, which gives us a way to test the speakers.
Volume slider 75%. Volume slider 83%. Press search plus space to activate.
And this shows us that the unit is fully functional with the new motherboard.